Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Blazey right here with another new episode. I just want to say first before I continue, for those guys who are locked into my videos, big up. So I want to show you how I kind of spend my day in lonely streets of the United States. You know I'm Kenyan, for those people who don't know, which I think majority of you does. And I feel like I get to enjoy the benefits of both countries. America has lots of opportunity, for sure. I will never lie on that. But also Kenya has the social life where many places in the planet you'll never find that. So, funny enough, this is kinda my neighborhood where I live. And I'll just show you how lonely it is. Actually, I'll take a walk. So really you can't see anybody on the streets. The streets are empty. And this kind of neighborhoods might be dangerous for people who are not from this area, because you know it's considered wealthy and rich people don't like people walking into their streets. Everybody is in their own cars and it's quite funny, it's quite lonely. But I'll also take you to the other side of the city where there's like a little bit more activities. Maybe we can go actually towards the beach and see what's popping there. One thing I also have to mention is it's very impossible to live in the United States. I think it depends in which city, but in many places in the United States it's very impossible for you to survive if you don't have a car, because everything is always far away. Like, you know, in Kenya, how sometimes you can just go down the street and buy food, or like get like fruits, groceries and stuff. Here in the US, no, it doesn't work like that. You have to go to like a specific place where they sell, and then you have to do like a big shopping so that you can have it in your house. And in case you run out of salt, you can't even ask your neighbor because everybody is so private. I'm gonna show you what our wealthy neighborhood looks like just from driving. Actually, I'm not rich, just to be fair. I think I'm just privileged to have a space in one of these rich spots. Well, actually one of the richest neighborhoods in Chicago. But it's boring because I don't get a chance to enjoy life as I used to. Before, I used to live in like more vibrant neighborhood where there's like lots of activities. We'll go to the beach, you'll see people around. Let me just stand my camera so I take you through this. So this is how it looks like. Actually, this is funny. This is a park that I always come to visit. Time to time you see those two cars that are parked on the left side of the street. Those two cars, obviously the owners are in there. And the houses are massive here, like huge houses. I'll drive a little bit slow and I'll show you a few. Let me just do this. We'll see it from the streets. So you can tell, like, these houses actually, they'll easily go for $1 million just to buy one. And that's the cheapest, because I saw one house, it's on the market in this area for like 7 million. That's a lot of money, man. Just give me 1 million, I'll show you what I can do with 1 million. So I don't know how someone can afford $7 million to buy a house. Well, that's a story for another day. But this, I won't say the name of this neighborhood because I don't want people to know where I stay. You know, people might start tracking me down. You never know, man. This planet is funny. We have some very interesting people who might have some different motives. Someone riding a bike there. She's trying to keep fit. And let's do this side. See the house there? It's a big, huge house. And cars also, if you see many cars in these areas, are like so expensive cars. Like, you'll see most of them are like Mercedes, BMW, like Teslas. like high-end cars, if I use that term. And also the population is more white. Actually, the funny part about that comment of majority being white. So living in this area, I think many people always think I'm either working here or I'm not from here, because they give me very funny looks. And sometimes when I walk around in the street, I have to like kind of watch my back, because I don't know, they might call the cops. You know, there's this thing in the States that black people are not privileged and they should stay in a quite sophisticated neighborhood, which kind of reflects to their identity in terms of racism. So if they see a black man in this area, they always give him a look. Hey, I don't mean no harm to any of them. Look at these huge houses. It's crazy huge houses. Just how can one person live in that one house? Actually, what I do with my place where I stay is, anytime there's a guest in town and they're looking for a place to stay, we offer a refuge, because there's no need of having different bedrooms and you can't even host a stranger. So I've made it to the other side of the city, which is more fun. Actually, it's one of my favorite places to hang out, because in this area they have a very beautiful beach that people go to. But sometimes, the funny thing is, sometimes people have to pay. If you're not a resident of the city, you have to pay to access the beach. Also for residents, they have a pass that they give you, and that pass, you have to show it when you're trying to get in. But that happens when the weather is quite warm. I think we're like 3 weeks or 4 weeks before it starts getting a little bit hotter for people to jump into the lake. So this is the famous Clark Street Beach in Evanston. This is the beach where you have to pay at some point. As I said, right now it's free because the water is a little bit colder for people to swim, which I see some people I think were swimming there. It was very funny. Or maybe they're just basking in the sun. But 3 weeks from now, I know they'll start asking people to pay. So there's something I have to admit here. Every time I go to Kenya and I stay there for a long time, I tend to miss the United States. And anytime I stay in the US for a long time, I also get to miss Kenya. So you see, human beings in the nature, we don't get satisfied with one option. Our brain is conditioned to a way that we like to get different experiences at different times. That's why you find us complaining about life in the United States. And then when you go to these other countries, you also complain about life there, because there's like millions of people trying to get into the US. And we also have people running away from the United States. So, unfortunately, we are like most social people. The US offers material means, houses, as I said, money, if you're lucky, cars, if you're lucky, whatever. But other countries that don't have this big money, they offer good social life. You know, God can never give you everything. You have to kind of struggle on some aspects of life. You can have money and not be happy. You can be happy and not have money. But also you can't be happy and don't have money to go to the hospital, because the world is changing. These days you have to pay for medicine. I just want to put that out here so you know that as much as we all talk about, oh, America this, America that, we also like it here. Like, it kind of gives us some stuff to enjoy. But at the same time, we wish that it was much better, that I can walk in the streets and not be afraid of someone following me, or someone thinking that because I'm black I might steal something, or police driving behind me or stuff like that. You know, it's quite funny. But anyway, guys, it's getting dark. I know you can see my face is getting darker and darker because of the light. Please, if you like this quick tour that I did, don't forget to click subscribe. I think you will love it. Until next time, someone is calling me. Peace.